Everyone loves a mojito, but today I'm going to show you something slightly different that might start to slowly replace a mojito in your cocktail repertoire. This cocktail has the same lime flavour. It's got the same minty freshness going through the drink. There's no soda water, but we've also given it a slightly tropical twist, which I think you guys are going to love. Now, don't panic. I'm not saying mojitos are bad. They are one of the best, if not one of the most popular rum drinks ever created. But if you take that base recipe, add a few little tweaks, a few little variations, I think you can create something a little bit more fun. And in this case, something definitely more exciting. And the best bit is this is just as quick and just as easy to make. So let's dive in and show you what I've done to the mojito. So we're going to start this cocktail off as I would do a normal mojito, but it is like a rum swap. There's no right or wrong here, but when we talk about mojitos, I really like the lighter, unaged rums in mojitos. It's very rarely that I'll have a mojito or a daiquiri with an aged rum, but when I do swizzles with flavours, I don't think you can beat a sort of like a lightly aged rum. I like to support Britain here, local. So this is Dropworks, pretty much leading the way here in the UK with rum, Europe's biggest rum distillery, cracking barrel aged rum. But the equivalent I'm going for here, just to give you a rough ballpark, is kind of like your Appleton signatures, your Mount Gay Eclipses, your Havana Especials, those kind of rums. From there, once you go down a rum journey, you can kind of experiment and maybe go like an Appleton 8-year-old or something a little bit sort of slightly more aged, but go slightly lighter or younger aged, I would say. Right, I'm going for 45ml. 1.5 ounces of my rum of choice. I'm going to complement that with some lime juice, probably like depending what size limes you can get here in the UK, but like UK limes are terrible, so you'd probably want 2 limes to get 30ml or 1.5 at least. That's why I kind of always use juice. But 30ml, 1 ounce of lime juice. Then we're going for our mint leaves. I shocked my mint yesterday, so it's nice, and look at that, nice and bushy mint proper. Oh, that's better, isn't it? That's better. So we want about 8 to 10 really decent size mint leaves. Just pick them off the stalks. Remember, you're never muddling mint. You might be lightly pressing it into a drink with the back end of a bar spoon like that, if you can see that on the close-up. So you can press it with that. Just don't muddle mint with something like that, because you're just going to shred it and it's just horrible. You get all those little bits and it's just there. Now you want the nice, delicate, fresh aromas. So 8, 10, 12, if you're feeling generous, mint leaves, give them a little spank, chuck them straight in your glass. Now I've just spoken about it, I might as well do it. I don't think this is completely necessary if you give it a good spank, but if you don't give it a good spank, then just lightly press that mint down into your rum, into your lime juice. We haven't gotten sugar yet, all right? But just essentially we're extracting those flavours. And then speaking of the sugar, look, this is where I think like swizzles sort of, I mean, you can call this a mojito, you can make this with soda water. I just think when you're using the crushed ice with for your dilution, then you can do sort of, it's just in my head, I think, but you can add weird and wonderful flavours. So I'm swapping my sugar for orgeat. If you don't know what orgeat is, it is like an almond syrup, traditionally with blossom orange flower water. But I like this one, since I found it's got those rose notes to it. And traditionally, back in the day, you kind of had rose notes going through there. It's perfect for like Mai Tais and zombies, that sort of stuff. So this will be very much on you. I know my palate, and I pretty much go mass market with this sort of stuff. So I go 15ml, all right, 15ml, 1/2 ounce of your sweeter. And this will kind of be the equivalent of like a 2 to 1 sort of level of sweetness of syrup. But then what I think complements almonds, what I think complements the aged rums really well, is a banana liqueur. So this is like typically a banana and almond swizzle, and it's absolutely delicious. And I use Tempest Fugit in this. I think it's a great, like really robust banana liqueur that really carries flavours through in tiki cocktails without it kind of being fake, as like an authentic sort of flavour. We're going for 15ml, half an ounce. And then swizzles are kind of like a little bit of labour of love, because I do think they are better with crushed ice. I think you kind of need to go down the crushed ice route. I'm lucky, thank you Claire, name dropped. I've had this swizzle stick now 5 years or so, I don't know. But you can just, of course, use a bar spoon and just kind of churn it around like that. But if you are lucky enough to have a swizzle stick, chuck that in. There you go. It's an old school, well, I'm pointing to it, and you can't see it, but an old school sort of spindle blender that I've got to one side there, like a milkshake blender. But a good swizzle. And add a little bit more crushed ice. Then we're going to go for another swizzle. A little bit more crushed ice. I don't think I'm going to be brave enough to swizzle with that amount of crushed ice in there. But if you do want to give it a final little churn up, just the bar spoon. Bar spoon's probably less messy, to be fair. But the swizzle stick is way more fun. There we go. And then we're just going to crown that with a bit more crushed ice. And then, of course, nice bushy sprig of mint to garnish. Now that is flipping delicious. Super well balanced. You get this lovely banana-iness that comes through the drink. Complements the mintiness really well. The rum is superb in there. It's not, if you'd gone a darker, more aged rum, personally for me speaking, I think that kind of would have lost its balance and made it all about the rum, whereas this is the sum of all its parts. You get that rum, you get the banana, you get the almond notes that come through there, you get the citriness, you get the lime. They just work harmoniously together. There's a posh word for me, isn't it? I think that is absolutely delicious. And I think the cool thing with this as well, I have tried it a couple of different ways. I did make a banana and almond mojito, you know, with this soda water. I thought that just made it, I prefer the crushed ice without the water, personally speaking, but you know, you could go that way. But I love banana in cocktails. I really do. But you know, banana and rum go hand in hand, especially with the orgeat as well. But this thing could, because it's a swizzle, and there are plenty of swizzle recipes out there, you know, this does form the base of taking the mojito in many different directions. Of course, you can take that banana liqueur and you could swap in strawberry, blackberry, any other flavours of liqueurs. You've got what have we got behind here? We've got Liqueur 43, we've got Benedictine, we've got Saint-Germain, all this sort of Giffards up the top there, the cherries, the apricots, all those kind of liqueurs are going to work super well in there. But of course, when you look at that orgeat syrup as well, you can swap in any flavour of different syrup in there. Falernum might be a good shout. You could go watermelon, you could go pineapple, passion fruit, mango, kiwi, anything like that, and just put a twist. Essentially putting a twist on a mojito, but I just think the swizzles, I always prefer to swizzle with the sort of aged rum and no soda water over a mojito, but that's just me. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I think banana and almond, I think that's a cracking swizzle. See you next time.